Then you see a pack of Hell's Angels going by, people are going to want to look. Next thing you know, cars, because they're just staring at us and not paying attention to stop traffic.
If you wanted to break the law on an everyday norm, you should have joined a street gang. That's what they're known for. That's what they do. You're not allowed to steal cars on my block. We steal those cars.
I mean, it was so bad by us in Vegas. I was in the pool swimming, and the guys came back. Hey, Pee-wee, the cops are here. They want to talk to you. I said, well, go talk to them. Find out what they want. And they came back. They go, they want to talk to you.
Typically, if you leave the club, if you haven't been in for 10 years, you're automatically out back.
Got put out in 2006. Back in 2007, wound up going into Cannon. 2011. Came out of there. I had 4.5 years to walk off with zero support from that club.
Welcome to this episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today we're going to talk about the Redrum Motorcycle Club escorting the murder victim's body to her funeral. It's a very sad situation, and the suspect is still on the loose. So, first, I want to give a shout out to the Redrum Motorcycle Club. It's very commendable what they did. It's shout out to them and rest in peace to this little girl. It's a terrible situation. They need to catch the person responsible for this. If you guys don't know, Emily Pike, she was a young girl, and they say that she ran away from a group home, but she was found murdered. And it's just a very sad situation. And the Redrum Motorcycle Club stepped up and escorted the body to her final resting place. So we're going to talk about that today. Before we get started, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Lindsay, how are you? Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate you taking the time. So let's talk about this situation. Now, this is Emily Pike. It's a very young girl, and she was tragically killed by some monster. A Native American tribe in southeastern Arizona is pushing for tighter regulations on state licensed group homes after a 14-year-old girl was found dismembered weeks after she snuck out of her bedroom window. The San Carlos Apache tribe said Monday it sent a resolution to Governor Katie Hobbs and other state officials requesting an investigation and legislative form in response to the death of Emily Pike. Emily, her dismembered remains were found in garbage bags near a remote forest road on February 14th, nearly 3 weeks after she had left her Mesa group home. The tribe said in a news release, no one has been arrested, and the Gala County Sheriff's Office, the investigative agency, has released few details about the case. In a March 18th Facebook post, the Sheriff's Office said it was seeking the public's assistance with information. This crime must not go unsolved. Emily was murdered in a cruel, depraved, and heinous act. The perpetrators must be held, and they put an S on that, perpetrators, so it might be more than one person. They must be held accountable, tribe's chairman Terry Rambler said in a letter Friday. The tribe's social services department placed Emily at the group home. Eldridge Pike Jr., 50, her uncle, declined to say what led to her being placed there. He said he initially believed that his niece was trying to get back to the reservation where her mother lived. Yeah, that's what I don't get. Like, why would she be taken from the reservation and put in this group home? And it says in a lot of reports that she did not want to be at this group home. She was like trying to find ways to not go back there. And so It's pretty crazy. She wanted to get back to the reservation where her mother lives. Her remains were found about 100 miles from the group home, said the tribe, which is offering a $75,000 reward for information that leads to the arrest and a conviction. The program's director for the group homes, Sacred Journey Inc., said there are rules about when youth can leave. So they must only be able to leave during certain times. We definitely need to know who, what, and where and when you are coming back. We need to meet these people who you're going with, have conversations, and realize if they are real individuals and not just somebody making things up. The program director said, you're not going to go to your friend's house and there's parents there, stuff like that. When a resident leaves without permission, the group home alerts state agencies and contacts law enforcement, local media outlets, and reported that Emily had snuck out of her bedroom window. Pike's uncle said her death has been very difficult for the family. The way she was found, it's unbelievable because you don't hear or see anything like that where I'm from, he said on a phone call. Her being deceased is one thing, but the way she was found was another thing. It is hard to comprehend that someone would do such a thing to a 14-year-old girl. He said he wants his niece to be remembered as someone who loved her mom and siblings and liked to draw. She wanted to go to college. Even though things may have been difficult at times, she had goals and she had life, a full life ahead of her, and her life was cut short. So it says in a digital statement here, should be noted during the investigation. This is from the police officer. I was wearing a on-duty body camera. Following is a summary of the statements and observations made during the investigation. Do not direct quote unless noted. Any breaks or lapses of a video is due to either speaking with on-scene officers or delay to the or an unintentional delay to the video. The digital video file was downloaded and stored as at evidence.com. So, hold on 1 second. So it should be noted that I was on duty as a sworn Mesa PD officer wearing a full Mesa PD uniform and operating a fully marked Mesa PD vehicle. On January 27th, 2025 at approximately 1900 hours, I responded to blank for a missing person call or service. All comments indicated a juvenile AWOL approximately 30 minutes prior. So someone called and said that she was gone. I spoke with the reporting party who identified as Kathy Montano, and with her MVD photo, Kathy is the manager of the group home at the dispatch location. Kathy indicated that one of the clients left out of her bedroom window and has not returned. The window screen was pushed out from the inside. Kathy stated that blank has ran away several times in the past. Kathy did not indicate the exact circumstances. She's described as a 14-year-old native female, approximately 4 feet tall, 10 inches, 115 pounds, medium length brown hair. She did not have a cell phone and she was last seen wearing a pink and gray shirt. Kathy indicated the last time she ran away, she located at Finch Park. My area check was negative at Finch Park, so the police officer went there and did not find anything. Kathy provided a picture of blank that was attached to a call for service and submitted to records. I contacted Mesa Police Records and spoke with a records specialist who assisted with entering blank into the NCIC missing persons. And then they contacted a sergeant and updated him on details of the case. So, and then they found her body. Her body was found. It says, Phoenix, we are learning more about the case of Emily Pike, 14-year-old girl who was murdered after going missing last month. Authorities are still searching for a suspect who dismembered her. The girl who was living at a Mesa group home. The missing person case is now closed because of an ongoing homicide investigation. But we do get a glimpse of Emily's past and timeline leading up to the tragic discovery of her remains. The backstory: on January 27th near Mesa Drive and McKillops Road, a group home manager reported 14-year-old Emily Pike missing to Mesa Police. According to the reporter, Emily snuck out of her bedroom window, and that wasn't the first time she had run away. The manager said she left the house and she was found near a park, Finch Park. Staff checked in the Rock Teen Center a couple days later, where Emily had visited, but no one had seen or heard from her. On February 19th, a Mesa police officer says he spoke to an agent with the Bureau of Indian Affairs who believed Emily had been located within the Gila County Indian Reservation after human remains had been discovered on Valentine's Day, just off of Highway 60 north at about milepost 277. The area is around 100 miles away from where she was last seen alive. 2 weeks later, she was positively identified. The tribal communities and families have since united in their grief, calling for justice. Emily was a spark, and she definitely sparked the world. And now the world is on fire because of Emily. April Victor, Emily's aunt, said on March 4th, Mesa PD missing persons reporter Emily also revealed the teen's history of behavioral and mental health concerns. Emily took medication for those issues and had a case manager from San Carlos Apache tribe. Just days before her remains were found, an anonymous tip based on a Facebook post was Emily with her mother on the reservation. That later proved to be untrue, as her mother said she had not been heard from. She had not heard from Emily, according to police. And documents online, the 3 times she ran away in 2023, described Emily telling police she didn't like living at the group home and she didn't want to go back. The San Carlos Apache tribe is now requesting still state leaders, legislative and tighten regulations for state licensed residential group homes for children in the wake of Emily's murder. The tribe is also urging state legislators to pass a House Bill 2281 to establish a missing indigenous persons alarm system. Kind of like the Amber Alert, I think. Now, San Carlos Apache Tribe's chairman, Terry Rambler, said its council has offered $75,000 reward for information leading to the arrest and conviction of the person responsible for Emily's murder. And let's try to help get this little girl justice. It's very sad. And a lot of times I think people don't help a lot of these people that are in these tribes. And a lot more needs to be done because, I mean, they deserve justice. This is like uncalled for type stuff. This is really disturbing. So like the thumbnail says, the Redrum motorcycle club escorted the body to her final resting place. Here's a picture of them. And a lot of people go missing. And I don't think a lot of people know that quite a bit of people go missing from these places. I've seen cases where there's like over 20 women went missing. And like, I don't know if there's a serial killer out there or what, but this is insane. And this little girl deserves justice. I got a video for us to check out. Let's check it out.
Motorcycle Club is helping escort the body of a murdered teen back to her indigenous community about 100 miles east of Phoenix.
14-year-old Emily Pike was a member of the San Carlos Apache tribe. She went missing in January after she ran away from her group home in Mesa. Her body was then found northeast of Globe on Valentine's Day. An indigenous motorcycle club now in the process of bringing her body back to the reservation so she can finally be laid to rest tomorrow at her family's home in Peridot.
It's very touching, but it's also, very sad, for us to be gathering in this way. These are the kind of things that our club does. We have a saying, warriors for the people. We serve the people and serve the community. And being here for the family and for this young girl who died in such a tragic way is very important to us.
So far, no arrests have been made in Pike's death. San Carlos Apache tribe leaders announced a $75,000 reward for information that leads to an arrest.
Tonight, 14-year-old Emily Pike was laid to rest in her hometown on the San Carlos Apache Reservation. The teen was violently murdered after leaving a Mesa group home. More than 2 weeks later, her remains were found in a remote area near Globe. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight on this special edition of 12 News at 8. I'm Chase Golightly. 12 News journalist Gabriella Becerra spoke with the Pike family and joins me in studio with how they're saying goodbye to Emily.
Hundreds of people attended Emily Pike's wake and funeral over the last 2 days on the San Carlos Apache Reservation. It's not lost on Emily's loved ones that as they say goodbye, justice has not been served.
Emily, we loved her. She was an excitement to us.
A somber day, brightened by Emily Pike's favorite color, pink.
She liked butterflies. She liked anything that sparkled. She liked all stars and just everything. She was just a girl.
From butterflies to Hello Kitty, symbols of the 14-year-old girl surrounded family and friends as they said goodbye.
She just had this loving spirit. She's just a sweet little girl.
Pike was laid to rest Saturday in her hometown on the San Carlos Apache Reservation after she was violently murdered. Pike's remains were found in a remote area near Globe on Valentine's Day. She was last seen nearly 3 weeks before, near Mesa Drive in McKellips Road after leaving a group home. Her murder remains a mystery.
We cry because we're feeling the pain and the grieving process, and that's when everything gets quiet. And you can just feel all of it.
The pain of losing Pike is felt deeply on her own reservation.
We as indigenous people, and more clearly the Apache people, we're a family-oriented group, and we always look out for our own.
But her story has touched indigenous tribes across the nation.
This young girl disappeared for a month and nothing. This is an issue, and it's an ongoing issue.
Pike's aunts want people to know their niece was soft-spoken and kind.
She was a very bright, smart girl.
With a passionate love for others.
Her cat's name is Millie Pike. Not just Millie, her name was Millie Pike. And she said that Stephanie told us that Millie was pregnant, so Emily was going to be a grandma. She loved that cat that much.
It's Pike's spirit and her smile.
She would always have a smile on her face.
They will never forget.
We'll always remember her. The San Carlos Apache tribe is offering a $75,000 reward to anyone who provides information that leads to an arrest and conviction in Emily's case. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Gila County Sheriff's Office. In studio, Gabriela Becerra, 12 News.
So heartbreaking, Gabriela. Thanks.
That's a crazy situation. If you got information, make sure you hit them up and help this little girl get some justice. It's crazy that would happen, that someone would take it to that. And shout out to the Redrum Motorcycle Club for doing a very noble thing. It's a terrible situation, but it's great to see people coming together and doing good things for the community. And shout out to them. So I have so many different shows that I'm going to be dropping. I've been doing a lot of interviews, and shout out to Manny Vitale. Make sure you guys go check out Manny Vitale, My Fight, My War. He's on YouTube. Here, I'll drop a link in the chat. Make sure you guys go subscribe. He's almost at 1,000. Go get him to 1,000. And then he has another channel, and it's named Manny Vitale. I'll drop that one in the chat. But make sure you subscribe to My Fight, My War with Manny Vitale. He interviewed me yesterday, and the interview came out great. I think it was really good. It was awesome to meet him in person. We did an in-person interview, so it's kind of something different. I think you guys will really appreciate that. And shout out to the Heathens Motorcycle Club. We got a bunch of interviews with a bunch of heathens. So shout out to the Heathens. They're a great group of people, and I think you guys will enjoy that. Make sure you guys check out the Death Marauders Motorcycle Club with Rich Roston. Part 2 is dropping tonight. Somebody put in the chat yesterday, they Wikipedia, they Googled Death Marauders Motorcycle Club, and it says on Wikipedia, there is no such existence of a club named the Death Marauders. I guess everything isn't on the internet, huh? But the Death Marauders is 100% a real club. And I interviewed a couple people who were fully patched members of that club. And part 2 is going to drop tonight. So don't miss it. 10 o'clock. The Death Marauders MC. We got proof that this club exists, or existed. It still does exist. I believe it's still in operation. It's not a 1% club, but it is considered an outlaw club. I guess if you have a 3-piece patch, that's considered an outlaw club. Can't always believe Wikipedia. Ain't that the truth? So tomorrow's show, unless something else dramatic happens, tomorrow's show is a pretty interesting one. We're going to talk about this guy, pro golfer. He went from the Rebels MC to a pro golfer. He turned his life around. Former biker gang member, it says, who was jailed for assault, turns his life around by earning tour card. Ryan Peake was once a talented amateur golfer who teamed up with Cam Smith, only for his life to spin out of control after joining a biker gang. But he has turned things around in a remarkable fashion. And we will talk about that tomorrow. I got a lot of great interviews, a lot of great shows in the works, and I appreciate all you guys for all your support. It's been really great to have you guys in my corner. We're almost at 15,000, and I cannot wait. Every single day, we reach a new milestone and people are watching. We're starting to get some recognition. So shout out to everybody involved. We got a lot of big things in the works for the future. The TV series, the movie, things are just getting started. We're just getting started. Big things coming. So if you guys like this content, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. And if you don't like this show, you already know what to do. Start your own podcast. I appreciate all you guys. And remember, don't be a bitch.
And all new at 5, a major organized crime bust. 23 people under arrest now accused of stealing guns and cash.
Today, police revealed 4 organized crime groups are wreaking havoc.
From aggravated robbery to kidnapping, burglary, and more. Let's take a look at this. New pictures from court documents in this case. These are a few of the people who have been charged. And investigators say the money, tens of thousands of dollars, is all stolen.